because we now have Rivali's Gale, and this is gonna be easy. But first, well, it's not gonna be easy, but you know, I was actually watching this Gino. Gino confirmed for Smash.
John's getting upset.
Do you hear about that?
I did not.
Gino in Smash? He's not gonna be in Smash yet, but like as far as we know. But do you know who Gino is?
No clue.
So does here's the thing. Gino is a character from Super Mario RPG, which came out on the Super Nintendo, and he has not appeared in a single game since. However, people really want him in Smash.
Huh.
Wait, so what am I supposed to do here?
So while you're figuring this out, you mind if I take over on a rant for a bit?
Huh?
Huh?
No. Oop. Perhaps. If I make it go boom midair.
Perhaps.
No.
Huh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'll try and figure this out.
So I mentioned the name Jerry Seinfeld last episode.
Yeah?
Good old Jer Bear.
Good old Jobo.
Good old Jobo. So
Well, I mean, you are the best of the Jobos.
So I
Oh.
So I don't know if you know this, Eric, but Jerry,
Probably not. I'm not gonna lie.
Jerry. Well, actually, you might know this because.
Oh, really?
Did you watch the Nostalgia Critic video on when a joke goes too far?
Yeah. Did I just blow it up?
So then you'll know that
Yeah, I assume I did.
Jerry Seinfeld stopped playing at college campuses because
Yeah.
audiences were too sensitive to the material. College campuses were too sensitive to the most bland, basic stand-up that you can imagine.
Yeah.
And this is actually this ties in to what I want to talk about. So I mean, granted, this is old news. This is a while back and everything. I'm upset about things from the past, but doesn't make it any less dumb. So let's see here.
Oh ho! There it is.
See, when the world starts being offended by Seinfeld, that's when we've gone too damn far.
Yeah, right.
So I watched this video, and H3H3 Productions
Oh no.
did a video on this.
Oh no.
Oh no. So the Fine Brothers, and this ain't about the Fine Bros controversy though they have their stuff to complain about and everything. They did a video on Seinfeld called "Does It Hold Up?" Now I'm a casual fan of Seinfeld. It's kind of like it's for me what Family Guy is to you, Eric. It's the show that I can just like throw on, you know, if I'm bored and have nothing to watch.
Yeah.
You know, and I find it fairly. Me and my dog watch Seinfeld together. I'll normally come home from school, you know, I'll make myself some lunch, split it in half, I'll share it with her. Wow, that sounds really lonely.
But it's not.
Then we watch some Seinfeld together. So they did this video, like I said, called
Come on. There it is.
"Does Seinfeld Hold Up?" over the years.
Yeah.
And they had some interesting opinions on it. Interesting by interesting I mean wrong. You're entitled to your wrong opinion. So here's I'm quoting from the video I watched. So Ethan from H3H3 Productions, he made the point like all the characters in Seinfeld were like cutting edge for their time because they were like not unlikable, but they weren't moral people. They were egotistical psychopaths, as he put it, that did anything to benefit themselves and screw everybody else over. But that's what made it funny.
Yeah.
You know. And so the first it seemed like they kept on getting, you know, he kept on having to state that you know, the kids were like trying to explain it and saying like, oh, this wouldn't fly nowadays, and they're like, he's like, but see, that's the joke.
Yeah, right.
You know, you're trying to, decipher, and actually, that's where I got the brilliant quote that I tell you all the time.
Yeah. Huh? Oh, the frog dissection.
Exactly.
Thing?
Explaining a joke is like dissecting a frog. You understand it better, but the frog dies in the process. By E.B. White.
Ah. E.B. White.
Yes.
The guy who wrote Charlotte's Web.
That's a possibility.
Huh.
So I'm gonna go. I'll get to the first one that they discussed last, because that's the one episode that I can see them having a point on. So those that react to the next episode in the line of them called the Soup Nazi said, and I quote, some of the people in there were like, "Oh, you can't be throwing that word around," and they were shocked how many times it was used. And H3H3 made a good point. Since when was the word Nazi deemed a cuss word?
Yeah, right?
And not to mention, if they had, known anything about Seinfeld, they would have known that, not to mention, the cast of Seinfeld is all Jewish.
Is it? It is?
Yeah.
Huh.
And I don't think any group of people has earned the right to make a Nazi joke more than them.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
wait, I forgot Wolfie.
Not to mention, H3H3 Productions, I believe they're both Jewish.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Huh.
The word Nazi, yeah, that would be offensive back between 1933 and 1945.
Yeah, right.
When the war happened.
Yeah. I mean, oh gosh, it's been that long.
Yeah.
Oh,
no Titanic jokes are commonplace. You'd ruffle some feathers had you said them,
on the ship.
Had you said that you used them as an icebreaker back in 1912. Hell, many already make 9/11 jokes, even though that's sometimes deemed too soon by these standards. There's
like 9/11 jokes are very abundant.
Yeah, there's
a market for them.
What is it? There's a algorithm, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
That goes tragedy plus time equals comedy.
Yeah.
It's just like Gilbert Gottfried. There's trust me, there's tons of like jokes about tsunamis out there and everything, and any natural disaster you can imagine. But he made a joke about that around the time that Japan was suffering from tsunamis over there, which the Nostalgia Critic talked about in his video.
And you were just talking to me about JonTron.
JonTron?
The Notre Dame thing?
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's a perfect segue, yeah. So, JonTron, he put out a video recently where he was talking about, in one of his previous videos, reviewing this guy named Dr. Ho, that he was joking around about being, a hunchback of Notre Dame, and he's like,
Because it's like, because it's a chiropractor.
Yeah, and he's like, I went to Dr. Ho, he fixed me right up, and he put out that clip as a teaser right when the Notre Dame... running. What, would it collapse or something?
I think it burned up.
Burned up, yeah, and he's like, what perfect time... Oh, and then you didn't get to the second one, so he put out that O.J. Simpson, he had that workout video planned so many years, so he had that planned in advance.
Yeah.
But luck so has it that like a week or two difference from when they completed that video, OJ got back on Twitter and he's like, I have to put this in the video now.
Yeah, right.
But yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Screw the Stone Talus. I'm not dealing with that.
So the episode, the next episode, The Outing, they coined the phrase, "Not that there's anything wrong with that." And the whole joke of it was that...
Oh, yeah, I know this one. Yeah. I like this one.
And that another group of people like this one, which we'll get into.
Is this going to be the Speedy Gonzalez thing?
Well, no, but that is a good point. That what was it, like the only people that, like, didn't have a problem with Speedy Gonzalez were those
the Mexicans?
Yeah, Mexicans who loved him.
Yeah, the Mexicans loved him.
But no, so the episode, The Outing, basically the overall gist, so they're in their normal diner talking a bunch, and Elaine points out that the two girls behind George and Jerry are checking them out. And so she jokingly says, well, you know, if you guys want to be openly homosexual, just say it. You know, joking around, you know, and then the rest of the episode, Jerry meets up with them. He meets up with the girl not knowing that it was the girl from the diner, and she thinks that, you know, George and Jerry are an item.
Yeah.
And that's the joke. And he's like, no, that's not the case. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You know, he even says, like, you know, if that's your choice, you know, that's good for you. You know, and people were saying in the episode, or in the, what's it called? They were getting very offended during the Fine Brothers episode.
Yeah.
But had they researched, they would have actually found out that Seinfeld actually won a GLAAD, meaning Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation, award for this episode because they treated the issue as normal rather than acting as if it were out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
So they were complaining about an episode that, you know, you know, the gay crowd, they band together and approved this because back in, you know, 1990, it wasn't as accepted as it is nowadays.
Yeah.
You know,
there wasn't a parade for this kind of thing.
Exactly. And the one girl says, she's like, well, I have gay friends, and I am offended for them. And I'm like, okay. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I do as well. I've also been to the Pride Parade with them. That, you know, that doesn't give me the right to speak on their behalf for those friends.
Right, yeah.
You know, and the one thing many of them have said to me that they dislike is when the media treats gay as being a big deal rather than
it's just
as if it were normal, because it is.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah. Oh, and then the last one to get this over with and everything. So the last one. This was the one episode that I can see.
Eric Kostick ain't no fool.
Mama ain't raised a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not making the same mistake twice. Okay.
The one episode I can agree that does not necessarily hold up.
Wait.
Yeah.
Are we thinking of the same one?
The toy one?
Yeah.
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 The one called The Merv Griffin Show. And I can see...
Oh, yeah. Is that the one where, like, oh my gosh, what's his face? Kramer. Doesn't he get, like, the set for that show?
He does.
Yeah, I love that episode.
And
I love that half of the episode.
I will give them the credit, though. They do actually... Well, I'll get into that in a second. Like I said, the one episode I can agree it doesn't hold up is The Merv Griffin Show. And I can see how that might have been seen as commonplace back then, but problematic nowadays, when the current social mindset is kind of taken into account, in light of events like the whole #MeToo movement and stuff like that.
Oh, no.
and that's where Jerry goofed up.
Jerry, no.
Jerry. And in the episode, he does all these things to make, like, he switches a girl's medicine around to make her drowsy so that he can
play with her like classic toys.
Exactly. There's no actual.
And we're talking classics back in the 1990s, so like, you know, G.I. Joe, old school Play-Doh, Raggedy Ann, etc., etc.
Are you defending?
No, I'm just me as a toy
aficionado.
Yes. As a man who loves his figures, I am just pointing this out. And a man who actually has acquired a Raggedy Ann doll, so
and a numerous amount of toys.
Yes, I love me some toys.
But yeah, like even though nothing necessarily happens in that episode, it's still the connotation.
Yeah.
But I will like I said before, I will give them the credit. Kramer actually calls Jerry out on this. He's like, well, you can't be doing that. That's wrong, and everything like that.
Isn't Kramer usually the one doing like immoral stuff?
Well, that's the thing. If you ever want to call Seinfeld out on something, you know, not necessarily the show, they have their share of controversies. Like when Kramer said some not so PC words during a round of stand-up one time.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, he was
Kramer. No,
I think his name is Michael Richards.
The actor?
Yeah.
I can't disprove you.
But no. Actually, funny enough, the actor Jason Alexander. Well, by the way, we're gonna be out of time soon.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get up this cliff.
Yeah, the actor Jason Alexander actually visited our school. Oh, well, I'm sorry, his son visited our school, and like I think I talked to you about this.
Oh no!
His son actually doesn't like being, you know.
Ah!
He doesn't necessarily. He loves his dad, but he doesn't want to be associated with his career because he doesn't want to feel like he piggybacked off of it.
Yeah.
Because he's making a career for himself as well. But
good for him.
But yeah, and if you guys ever want, like, there, Jason Alexander also, he voiced Duckman. And
That seems like a very George-esque.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't realize Duckman was like centered towards adults. It was
really.
Like,
You never noticed that?
Yeah, I mean, I well, because I've never really taken the time to watch it, but
Neither have I. But I just kind of got the. I didn't know that Dilbert was for adults.
but
until they made the joke about like you made me associate in my mind Dilbert with sex.
Well, I know, yeah. He made a comment about that in there. I'm like, okay, I don't think this is necessarily a thing for the kiddos. But yeah, no, he actually makes a good speech in there that the Nostalgia Critic talks about, where he says he's like, you gotta challenge comedy by putting, yes, comedy can hurt, but it also, it's better than, not, worrying about being offended rather than...
Exactly.
Yeah, the risk is better than the reward, is what he's
Yeah.
trying to say. But, so you gonna get up here and then we'll call
I'm
it?
just gonna get on this little platform here,
Alright.
and I want you to press the button because I don't want to walk off this tower again.
That sounds good.
Okay, see you guys next time.
Next time.